saw the whole like area for the worship center. I thought that was cool. The dorm rooms, some of the classes.
What classes did you see?
We saw the ones for like the nursing and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see anything for like psychology.
You didn't get to see those.
No.
Did you get to see the student center?
Mhm.
What do you think of the student center?
I thought it was pretty good. I liked the cafeteria a lot.
I figured you would. That thing is huge.
Yeah.
And they have good food because I
Oh,
ate
yeah.
there a couple weekends when I was there for intensives, and the food was delicious.
Oh, I loved it.
They had really good, I had like pasta. It was really good, like jambalaya
Mhm.
pasta. That was delicious.
I liked their pizza.
Did you ever go to the coffee shop?
No. Wait, we saw it.
Okay. Did you get some gear from the store though? Some
Yeah, we
t-shirts?
got some shirts.
They got a nice store there too.
Mhm.
And plus they had the movie theater, that Globe Theater.
Yes.
They
we
play
went,
movies?
Yeah, we went in there. I like that.
That's where I'll actually have my graduation. So there'll
Really?
be, yeah, so like my graduation will be in the main worship, where you saw, where they had the chapel. And then they had a separate pinning ceremony in the Globe Theater for like the counseling students.
Oh, that's cool. It's small.
It's not very big. And you might have seen when you drove to the campus, there's this huge building to the side of the campus by a gas station.
Mhm.
That's for all the master's classes.
Oh.
So if you take if you get your master's there, you take stuff on site, that's where you would take your classes. And they even have housing if you want to take your master's there and live there, you can live on the campus and take your master's. So it's pretty sweet.
I liked it a lot.
I'm glad. I was telling my professor that one of my students went to look at it. She was like, "That's so cool."
Yeah.
I was looking at your grades,
Not
and
too hot.
not so good. What's going on?
Slacking. I just don't have the energy or like motivation to do anything.
Because I noticed when you look at like especially English,
Yeah, I know. 34.
yeah, you know why you're getting a 34 though?
Because I didn't turn a lot of things in. And I didn't do it this week.
You're missing like 10 assignments. Are you not turning them in because you're having just trouble understanding it, or like what makes you not want to turn it?
I have no idea. I just didn't do it. I know the essay I didn't really understand how to do it because the book was hard to understand.
Okay.
So
Did you ask for help from your teacher to
No.
explain it to you so you understood it? Well, they're there to help you.
yeah, I know.
So, just try to take advantage of their help. Because I know you're getting some help with tutoring
Mhm.
with one of your teachers. I think it was your English teacher yesterday.
Yeah,
Did that help?
a little bit.
Like, what'd you guys go over?
We did. Well, we're working on a project right now, so I just worked on that.
Do you feel like you have a better grasp on it?
Yeah.
Because let me show you for English. This is all the assignments you're missing. 1, 2. I think it's to go down. Maybe it will go down. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. And because with it being this low, that's going to be really hard to pull this up
Mhm.
to passing by the end of the semester. Because the last thing I want where you have to do summer school because you don't get your credits from the way your grades are right now, or have to go to the alternative school your senior year to get the credits. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So do you have the issue where you don't remember when stuff is due?
Sometimes, yeah.
Like, do you write when assignments are due down anywhere?
No.
That might be a help for you, is to get like a planner so that it goes day by day and you can write on this day this assignment is due, and then every night look at that planner so you know what you need to get done. and then you can tell ahead of time when an assignment is due and doesn't catch you by surprise. Because that's what I had to do, because I had that same problem with school. I would think, I would forget the day before the assignment's due, and oh shoot, I was supposed to turn that in today. I never even did any of it. Do you think that might help you, having a planner? That might be one suggestion. And then your biggest problem is not turning in stuff. Because even missing a couple assignments that are worth like 15 points, that will just plummet your grade in no time. Because you're a smart kid. You're a smart kid.
Sometimes.
You're a smart kid. Don't give yourself credit. You're smart. You want to go into psychology. That's not an easy thing to do. I mean, it shows you're ambitious. So that's, I think, looking at that, and then there's another class where, what is it? It's your geometry.
Oh yeah, that class.
What's going on with geometry?
I do not understand anything in that class. And like, I go in there for IRP, and she's always so busy helping other students. Like,
Okay.
I can't ever get the help I need.
Have you asked for some just individual tutoring with your geometry teacher, maybe like after school or before school?
No.
Do you think that would help?
Probably. Because I focus more when it's just like one-on-one.
I think if you talk to your teacher, I know when I was in school, if I had to talk to a teacher and I was having issues, they were more than willing to stay after school to help me.
She has a thing where we can sign up after school, but like sometimes, like my mom has stuff to do, so
Okay.
she isn't able to like transport.
Not able to pick you up.
Yeah.
Well, on the days that she's able to, maybe talk to your teacher. I'm sure she knows you're struggling in that class. And just, tell her I'm struggling, I need help. Like geometry, it's like 6 quizzes here that she gave you like that opportunity. I don't know if you can see on my screen very well. She gave you the opportunity to retake those by a certain date.
Yeah, she doesn't really announce it. Like
She doesn't.
She just puts it in the grade book, and I don't really look in the grade book.
Okay.
Unless we do grade checks, which is every Monday, but I haven't been able to do them because I read.
Okay. Will you have geometry today?
Yeah, 6th period.
6th period? Maybe, what do you think about talking to her and asking for some tutoring help after school?
I could probably do that.
Do you think that would be helpful?
Yeah.
Because it's really important my brother did this when he was in school. He would struggle at the beginning with the class, but he wouldn't say anything about needing extra help to my parents till like halfway through, when he was way down the hole of not doing so well in the class. And if you struggle at the beginning and you get on top of it and get that extra help at the beginning rather than waiting till halfway through, when it's a lot harder to catch up for where your grade is at, that's a lot more helpful. Does that make sense? So you can do it. You can bring all these up. The biggest thing is turning in your work.
Yeah.
Do you tend to lose papers, like stuff you have to turn in?
No, I have it in my book bag.
Yep. Okay.
I just forget it.
Have you ever thought of, so what would be a system that you could use to help maybe remember better to turn this stuff in?
Probably writing it down.
Okay, in your planner? Or have you thought about maybe having a folder? This is what I would do, is I had one side label turn in, so I knew every day I looked at that folder for every class and I could see there's stuff on that side that needed to be turned in. And then the other side, I had that side was for stuff I had to do. So every class I was in, first thing when I'd sit at my desk is I would look at that folder and I'd see if there was something I needed to turn in, and that was a good reminder for me. Because the stuff that you haven't turned in, is it stuff you haven't even done or stuff you've done and just forget to turn it into the teacher?
Yeah. I do my work, but like,
Okay.
I get it halfway done and then I just forget about it.
Get distracted?
Yeah.
So when you do your work at home, where do you do it at home?
In my room. but my cousins are always with me, so because they live with us.
Okay. Do you have like a TV in your room and stuff?
Yeah.
Do you watch TV while you do your work?
I haven't watched my TV in forever.
Do you listen to music and get distracted by other things?
Music distracts me, but I don't normally listen to it.
Okay. Do you think it would be better to maybe do your work and like at the kitchen table?
There's people everywhere.
Okay, there's
in the
people
house.
everywhere, so there's really no good place
No.
to get away to just do your thing.
Yeah, our cousins live with us
Okay,
until they can get on their feet because they moved from Texas.
I see.
So they're like, there's cousins everywhere in our house. Like no matter where you go, there's always this person.
Okay. So it sounds like you're doing sort of the best you can with everything. But I mean, one thing like you could implement is getting a planner and writing down your assignments every day for when they're due. Then you have that reminder because you can look at that every night, and you'll know ahead of time. You know, on Friday this paper is due, and then you can get a jump start on it. And talk to your geometry teacher, 6th period when you have that, and maybe about getting some extra help with tutoring. Because I know my weakness is math. I'm horrible at math.
Same. I was in algebra honors like my freshman year, but like I didn't do good in that class at all. I don't know why they put me in it.
And luckily with psychology, you're not going to really need to use a whole lot of math. And if you go get your master's, you have to take something called the GRE exam. There's like 3 different parts, and the only part you have to take is the verbal part for Indiana Wesleyan. So the math part, you don't have to take like everybody else. You don't have to do the written part either. So the only part you have to take is the verbal part. So it's not as bad as like the whole thing. So, and you got to think with. Let me look at what your GPA is right now.
Probably really bad.
I gotta remember where that is on here. Records transfer, report, comments, log entry. Credit summary. There it is. So your GPA right now is a 2.1. And for Indiana Wesleyan,
Isn't it 2.6?
I believe so. So right now your GPA is below what they would accept. So you really need to get on, getting your grades up, which you can. It just all deals with turning stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it. You gotta have confidence in yourself.
Oh boy. Yeah, the end of the 9 weeks is on Friday.
Yeah. I just wanted to talk to you about this because you got so much potential, Phoebe, and I think you could make a great psychologist or whatever you want to do with psychology. I want you to be set up for success here.
I want to pass high school.
And you can. You just got to work on these few little things. Because I guarantee you, if you turned in your work, you'd be probably getting B's in all your classes.
Probably would.
But and you got to remember too for college, here some of your teachers are giving you extra time to turn stuff in or redo this, or taking off points. In college, they don't take off points. You don't turn it in. It's a 0. They don't give you extra time if it's not in by the due date. You don't get any points. So getting out of that habit now, remembering that when you're in high school and getting out of that habit of not turning stuff in is really important, because they're in college they're not going to give you that type of grade cycle they give you here. That's just the way college works. Does that make sense? I'm just trying to help you.
I know.
I promise. I know that might have sounded harsh, what I said, but I just want you to be successful, and you still have your senior year, and you got to hold all this year and this next year to just sort of turn stuff in, and because you can do it.
I can. I just
Gotta get motivated.
Yeah.
You're smart. You don't give yourself enough props for how smart you are. So, so that's, I just wanted to talk to you about where your grades were at. So what are some couple of things you're going to do now after we talked? About
Turn my work in.
Okay.
Talk to the teachers. I'm getting agenda from
A planner? What teacher you're going to talk to about getting tutoring?
Miss Willard.
Okay. Maybe you might want to talk to your English teacher about getting some tutoring from her as well.
I can talk to her. Normally I go in there for IRP.
Okay.
Like I think I'm supposed to go today.
Yeah. But hang in there, you got it. You can pull these grades out so that you get the credits for this year. I would just hate to have you have not to happen and you have to go to summer school. Because if you didn't do summer school, then the only alternative to get your credits would be the alternative school your senior year, and I know you don't want to go there. I'm sure.
No, because I want to play softball.
Yeah,
this year.
exactly.
I've got
So-
good grades to play softball anyways.
I'm sure. And yeah, that's true. And you got to think about grades too. That makes you. I'm sure. I don't know what their policy is there, but I'm sure that has an impact on making you eligible or ineligible for sports.
Yeah.
So think about that too. So, alrighty. So do those two. I'll check in with you next week, like before group or after group, about how the planner is going and the tutoring and asking for all that. Does that sound like a plan? All right. Does this help?
Yeah.
Okay, you got this. Just turn in your stuff and you can pull these grades up to passing.
I can do it.
You can. Just keep telling yourself that. Put your mind to it. Because you seem like someone that if you put your mind to something, you do it. So put your mind to your schoolwork a little bit more than you have. And you can pull it off. Okay? Sounds good. Thank you for meeting with me.
No problem.
You got this, Phoebe.
I can do it.